The still of the night is peaceful for now until my thoughts become too loud. Unable to drown out the sound, I sit outside under the moonlit sky with hope I am able to reoccupy my mind. My body isn't weak, but burdened with unpredictable fragility, much like my state of mind as of late. I finally got my head wrapped around the fate of my existence in this body my soul resides. I finally found peace with my past and the way trauma burrowed its way deep down to my bones, before which I'd never felt true happiness. As a poet, I feel as though I should be able to find the words to describe when I felt it. The moment when the smile on my face wasn't merely movement of facial muscles, shifting a shape into place, rather an emotion that somehow managed to replace the sadness. But the knock on the door that night changed my life, our lives, in a way I feel as though I should have expected but never had imagined. With the way my soul was placed here to endure pain and rise above, I should have known the journey to happiness wasn't over. I hadn't experienced enough yet. He is alive, he survived against the odds, life and breath exist. Shouldn't that be enough for me to feel that happiness I felt before? Perhaps sadness is just too familiar. I stay awake at night, stuck in a state of fight or flight mode, because that is how I survived life before escaping the chains of childhood trauma and unrelenting pain, before finding him, before finding me. But the knock on the door that night, the greatest fear of a first responder's wife, a helicopter ride across town to find out if he was to make it out alive, followed by 3 weeks of every ounce of bravery and strength by his side, begging him to do the same. I needed him alive by my side. I need open eyes looking into mine, reminding me why strength was not just found to live, but to thrive. I still hear the sounds of the machines that kept him going, like a constant ringing in my ears, incessant. If I managed to fall asleep, recurring nightmares of sudden alarms as I watched him try to give up. As I watched our life flash before my eyes too many times, I never felt so alone, but I knew he needed me by his side so he could come back home to me, to us. We will never be the same as we were before. We are so much more now. But while I sat hoping every day he would be okay, old scars from growing up in a broken home, living each day in survival mode, turned to fresh, open, bleeding wounds each day as I faced the state of unknown. Emotional injury of seeing him unable to keep breathing, old wounds seething with no capacity to tend to me. He survived. I thought that's all I needed. His wounds were tended to. Emotionally, I bled out, so now here I sit in pooled blood, finally crying out.